Welcome back to Morning Rush. I'm Jay Struberg outside the federal courthouse in Miami as we are on the verge of witnessing another extraordinary moment in American history. Former President Donald Trump's arraignment on federal charges, this time in connection with the DOJ's investigation into his alleged mishandling of classified documents. This is a case and an investigation that has enraged his supporters. They are expected, many of them, to descend upon the downtown area in Miami, which means there needs to be preparation and logistics to coordinate his arrival at the courthouse. Let's bring in Ava Joy Burnett to talk about this. There's a lot that goes into this. Secret Service detail will be with the president. There are local and federal authorities on this as well. Give us the layout of how this is going to work, and is there enough security, really?
That's the big question, Jay. Good morning to you. Good morning to everyone else. And there is now a multi-jurisdictional effort to ensure that things will go safely here. If you take a look behind me, you may be able to see the police tape, but there are no barriers. And the former president has called up on his supporters to come here today to support him. There's signs on social media that many people will actually answer that call. The police chief here says they are prepared to have as many as 5 to possibly 50,000 people. And so leadership here in the city, they're having to prove to folks that they're ready to handle anything that happens today.
I want to assure the city we are ready, and we're ready for it to be over and gone.
Officials in Miami say they have resources to handle anywhere from 5 to 50,000 demonstrators who may show up during former President Donald Trump's first court appearance. But with police tape around the courthouse instead of barriers, the police chief is now having to persuade the public that protesters will not be able to storm the building.
Make no mistake about it, we're taking this event extremely serious. We know that there's a potential of things taking a turn for the worst, but that's not the Miami way.
Prosecutors with the Department of Justice say Trump jeopardized national security by hoarding top-secret documents at his Florida estate. The charges involve the Espionage Act, which could come with a lengthy prison sentence if Trump is convicted. On Monday, the former Trump National Security Advisor, John Bolton, spoke with Scripps News.
For the tens of thousands of people in the federal government, if they did a small fraction of what Trump is accused of, they'd be fired from their jobs.
Trump traveled from New Jersey to Florida on Monday, and today he's expected to take a 30-minute drive into downtown Miami. Once he arrives in court, he'll most likely be fingerprinted, maybe get his photos taken, and he'll also get a unique identifying number in the prison system. But Miami officials say Trump's status as a former president also means there could be some differences in the way he's treated, including tighter security measures.
I think the chief has been clear that we're taking this very seriously and that we are prepared for what will happen tomorrow. Right. And that, as he's indicated, we have a lot of experience in protests of this magnitude.
In a radio interview over the weekend, Trump asked supporters to protest peacefully in front of the courthouse on Tuesday. Secret Service has said it's not looking for any special security accommodations, but former federal prosecutor David Weinstein tells Scripps News there should be concerns over protests.
We saw what happened in Washington on January 6th. If the intent of that large crowd is unknown, if it's one that veers towards violence, then there's going to be a very ugly situation that's going to take place in downtown Miami.
So after today's court appearance, the judge is expected to set a trial date within the next 75 days. That is mandatory. And then that trial date could come as early as the fall or the winter months. And Jay, the next step after that is the former president will be going back to New Jersey, where he's expected to hold a press conference to address these charges.
Yeah, there's been, the legal experts that we've talked to have said this trial could move pretty fast, or it could wait until after the election because the DOJ is involved. They don't want to make this look political. Trump has the other trial from the hush money case in New York set to start in March. So the legal ramifications are really starting to add up here. Walk us through what is next today. After 3 p.m., he's arraigned. He leaves the courthouse. Where does he head after that? So
he will be going to Bedminster, New Jersey, where he's expected to address this. You know, what we saw in New York, he didn't say much within that hearing, but once he left, we heard more of what he was thinking. And we're likely to see more of that today. And he's already forecasted that that's what he will actually be doing, speaking to his supporters during a press conference.
The New York case, he flew from New York to Florida to make his big speech, lashed out at the prosecution. If that's any indication, he could be doing the same when he flies out to New Jersey. Heather Joy Burnett, thank you so much. Let's toss it back to you guys in the Atlanta studio.
And guys, I do have, as you can imagine, serious questions about what's going on, but I'm going to start with what I know viewers at home. What is up with the Roosters in Miami? What is happening? Is this a courthouse? Is it a barn? Where are you?
It is, and it's right on cue every time. Every time.
Wake-up calls. Wake-up calls.
It's like the perfect juxtaposition to such a serious matter. I don't even know whether to acknowledge it. We're talking about security measures and cock-a-doodle-doo, and I don't even know what to do with it.
And we know that people can hear it, and they're cute. They're adorable. We have little
I'm searching
here.
for a metaphor, so if you guys got any, send them my way.
Roosters can get nasty, though, so they may be the security guards.
They can.
You may rely on.
I almost want to see you guys turn the camera. I want to see these roosters at some point. We'll get to that.
I'm not even kidding. They're everywhere. Right?
Yeah,
it's like a legit farm. I'm waiting for pigs and cattle.
Oh, man.
Well, I didn't know it's Miami. I didn't know the rooster thing. It's real there.